right, can you guys come? I know, we got to get all the bubbles. All right, let's pop them real quick. That is really wet. Okay, that was a bad idea. All right, can you guys come right here and sit down in front of the stairs? Come on. And I know there's some older kids in the house today. I saw you guys earlier. Don't think you're going to get away from me. Can you guys come up here too? Here, you guys have a seat right here. We're going to talk a little bit today. Well, welcome to Grace, guys. Like Pastor Tim said earlier, if this is your first time here, this isn't what we normally do. The kids are taking over today, so I hope that you guys just hang with us, and you'll probably be able to get a little bit of something out of this message today, too, I hope. So today we're going to talk. Are you guys ready to learn a little bit today? Yeah! Awesome. Aurora is. This is great. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a guy named Gideon, and Gideon is a guy in the Bible. So can everybody say Gideon? Gideon! Okay. Let's see if we could do that a little bit louder. Do you think if they help us, we'll be able to do it louder? Yeah. You think so? Are you guys willing to help us? Yeah. Okay. Well, on the count of 3, then we're going to all say Gideon as loud as we can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Gideon! Much better. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. So Gideon is this guy in the Bible who was called to help these people called the Israelites. Can you guys say Israelites? Very good. And the Israelites were being bullied. Has anybody ever been bullied before? Raise your hand if you've been bullied. Anybody out there? Anybody ever been bullied before? It happens, huh? Is it fun to get bullied? No, it's not. Yeah, Luke says no. So, anyways, the Israelites were being bullied, and they were having their cows taken and their sheep taken, and all their crops were being destroyed. So they weren't able to eat anything. They didn't have anything to eat because all their stuff was gone. And the people who were doing it were called the Midianites. Can you guys say Midianites? Midianites. I am so impressed. The Midianites, okay? So the Midianites were kind of bullying the Israelites, and God called Gideon to come and save them and to come and help them. So Gideon was supposed to go and fight them. Let's see what happens. Let's watch this video. All right, that's a pretty funny video. I like that one a lot. So let's recap just a little bit what happened with Gideon. So God called Gideon to help who? Do you guys remember? It starts with an I. The Israelites. Oh, good job, the Israelites. Good job, guys. So he called him to help the Israelites, and they were going to fight. Do you remember who they were going to fight? The Midianites. The Midianites. Close enough. Close enough. Despicable me. It happens all the time. All right, so the Midianites, okay? And God called Gideon to help the Israelites out and to fight the Midianites. But Gideon was scared. Have you guys ever been scared of something before? No. Of course not. Of course you've never been scared. Anybody out there ever been scared of something before? Yeah, okay, there you go. Now you're telling the truth. Okay, so I would be scared too. If I was supposed to go and fight these guys, I would be scared. And he had every right to be scared. And God told him something. God said, I am with you, and I'm going to help you, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about what that looked like. So I need some helpers. Can you come help me? And Kaylee, can you come? And Avery, and Judah, and Allison, and you too. Come on. Okay, everybody come up here. All right, everybody come up here. Okay, so we're going to pretend, no sword. We'll do the swords in a second. Sorry. All right, it's okay. Okay, so we're going to pretend that these guys are the Israelites. They look pretty good, right? They look like strong warriors, like they're ready to go and defeat the Midianites. Are you guys ready to go defeat the Midianites? Yeah? Okay, cool. Well, God said that there was too many soldiers, which I agree. There's too many kids up here. So we need to kind of lower the numbers a little bit. So what God told them to do was to go down to the stream. He told Gideon to take all the men down to the stream and to have them get a drink out of the stream. And he said that the people who bent down and lapped at the pool of water like a dog were not the ones that he should take with him, and that he should take the men who went down to the water and cupped it up with their hands and drank it. So that left Gideon with 300 men. He had 32,000. So quite a difference there, all right? So here's what I need. I need Aurora and Allie and Luke to sit down right here. Okay? You guys are the soldiers that had to go home. I'm sorry. No. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got to be soldiers last night. It's okay. All right, you guys turn around, okay? Everybody here will get a sword and a shield so that they're ready to go into battle.
Avery? Luke, you want the sword?
I know he does, I know. Here you go. Here you go. All right, so are you guys ready for battle now? These are mighty warriors, guys. They are so ready to fight. It's ridiculous. All right, well, here's what happened is they had their swords and their shields. There was 300 men. They were ready to go, and God told Gideon that this is not what they were supposed to fight with, that they weren't supposed to have these swords and shields. And so what Gideon did was he gave them the weapons of mass destruction, the stuff that was obviously meant for battle, which was torches and jars and horns, okay? So can I have these swords and shields? Sorry, guys. I know. It seems kind of pointless that I gave them to you, but we're making a point, all right? I'll take it in 1 second. Here. All right, and I'm going to give you a torch, and you can have a jar, and you can have a torch, and you can have a jar. Yep, and you can have a torch, and you can have a jar. All right? So this is what they did, is they went, God told Gideon to take the men in the middle of the night and sneak up on the Midianite camp. So guys, we have to be really quiet, okay? We're going to sneak up on the Midianite camp, okay? So we kind of just sneak up on the Midianite camp in the middle of the night. Do you want to be the Midianites? All right, we're sneaking up on the Midianite camp. These are the Midianites, apparently. So we're sneaking up on them, and what we're going to do is we're going to shout for the Lord and for Gideon, and we're going to light our torches, and we're going to throw our jars on the ground, because that's what they did in the story. They went to the Midianite camp, and they lit their torches, and they threw their jars on the ground, and they said, for the Lord and for Gideon, and then I'll tell you guys what happens. It's really funny, okay? So we sneak up on the Midianite camp. Come on, guys, let's go. We sneak up on the Midianite camp, and they're sleeping. You guys have to sleep. Go to sleep. All right, so they go to sleep. Okay, the Midianites are sleeping. It's the middle of the night. And we come up, and we throw our jars, not at them, on the ground. Let's throw them on the ground. And we light our torches, and we say, for the Lord and for Gideon. All right, let's have the grown-ups help us say that. Ready? For the Lord and for Gideon. And then this is what happened. Here, let me take this so you guys will listen, because if you keep holding this, you won't listen. That's kind of what happens. All right. Everybody have a seat again in front of me. We're going to talk a little bit. So they throw their jars, and they light their torches, and they yell really loud for the Lord and for Gideon. And do you guys want to know what happened? Do you guys want to know what happened after that? The Midianites woke up because they were really asleep. And they woke up because they threw their jars, and they lit their torches, and they were shouting, and the Midianites woke up, and they started fighting each other. They were so confused because they woke up out of their sleep, and they were so tired that they started beating each other up. And the Israelites just got to stand there and watch. And the Midianites all defeated themselves. The Israelites didn't have to do anything. All they did was follow what God told them to do, because God said, I'm going to be with you guys. I know. It's so crazy. Can you guys sit right here? We're going to wrap things up right now. All right, so have you guys ever been in a situation that's new? Anybody out there, whether you started a new job, or you moved to a new house, or a new state, or you're starting a new school? Raise your hand. Anybody ever done any of those things? Yeah, starting a new school.
I'm starting a new school too.
You are?
On my mom's birthday.
On your mom's birthday. How many of you guys are going to kindergarten this year?
Me, I'm going to kindergarten.
Look at all these guys. Are you guys a little bit scared about going to kindergarten?
First grade.
No? You're going to first grade? Are you guys scared about, some of you said you're starting a new school. Are you guys scared about starting a new school?
No, but she's going to second.
But she's going to second grade. Are you scared about going into second grade? No? Well, it's okay if you guys are scared, because guess what? God is with you guys. He's with you when you go to school. He's with all of you when you go to work, or when you start a new job, or you move to a new state, or whatever we're doing, whatever situation we're in, God is with us, and God has our backs just like he had Gideon's backs when they fought the Midianites. Is that a pretty cool story? I think it's a pretty cool story. So, all right. Well, we are going to do a little special craft today. We're going to make torches. So if you have kids in the room, I highly encourage you to take your kids. We have 2 stations set up on either side in the front of the worship center where you guys can take your children. All we're going to do is color the paper, roll it up, put some tissue paper in it, and it magically makes a torch. So I encourage you guys to go back with your parents, and your parents are going to take you, and you're going to do this craft, and we're going to make torches just like Gideon's men.
All right. There we go. So the kids are going to head over to the Sioux sides. They're going to make torches. While they do that, we're going to chat a little bit about Grace Adventure Club. And then the kids are going to do something for you today at the end of the service. They're going to give you a gift at the end of the service, though they don't know it yet, but they're going to give you a gift at the end of the service. So tell us, first of all, a little bit about Grace Adventure Club. It starts next weekend. Restarts next weekend.
Yes.
And tell us about the class configuration and who's involved and doing what next weekend.
All right, so we're currently have nursery, pre-K, and then K through 5th are all together. When we relaunch GAC in the fall, we're going to be splitting the nursery, splitting K through 5th back up, and so it'll be 2 nurseries, one for babies and crawlers, one for walkers and toddlers. Then we'll have a pre-K room, a kindergarten through 2nd grade room, and a 3rd to 5th grade room.
All right. And what are some of the things that they'll be doing in the next few weeks in terms of curriculum or what they're going to be studying?
Okay, we're going to be, the true curriculum is the curriculum we're doing. The kids are in pre-K right now, are in the middle of learning about just some of the greats in the Bible, like Elijah and things like that. So that's kind of what they're doing. And the older kids, their next lesson is actually having to do with keys. So I can't give all the details away because some of them are in there.
And that'll be next weekend?
Yes.
Now, how many people does it take per service for us to fully pull off and invest in our children during GAC?
22.
All right, so 22 Saturday night.
Yes.
22 at this service.
Yes.
22 at 10:30.
Yes.
That's how many people a weekend?
66.
66 times 52.
3,432.
Somebody else said that too. That's pretty good. You went back last night after I asked you that, and you looked it up, didn't you?
No,
Yeah.
I did not look
Yeah.
it up.
So
Someone told me.
over 3,000 people hours
Yes.
a year
Yes.
to do Grace Adventure Club.
Yes.
Our best attendance on a weekend is 800. So do the math. You cannot build a church that blesses children with 4 or 5 adults doing Grace Adventure Club. It takes over 3,000 adult hours a year to invest in our kids. What does that mean? That the somebody else that you think will do it is you.
Yep.
All right? So I hope after the service today, you'll stop by and talk to Charity. She's going to actually be in the next building over there to answer questions for parents about the transition for their kids next weekend to Grace Adventure Club, and to talk to any of you who are interested in various ways of serving Grace Adventure Club. What are some of the ways that they can do that?
We could serve in the nursery, holding babies and just changing diapers and loving on them, playing with them. You could serve in the pre-K room. They like to do crafts in there, lots of activities, some fun dancing.
And
songs.
those two, pre-K and nursery, are the full hour.
Yes, those are the full hour. So then kindergarten on up will happen after communion. So the kids will come in and worship with you, do communion with you, and then they will go into their classrooms. So in kindergarten and 2nd grade and in 3rd to 5th grade, they do the same lesson. There's modified questions and things like that for the younger kids versus the older kids. But they're learning the same story in each of those rooms, so it helps if you have kids in those grades. They're learning the same thing, so you don't have to try and figure out what they learned.
Very, very good. So, and everything that people need to invest in our kids, to be teachers, to be assistants and so on, you will provide for them.
Yes, exactly. So it's not something that like you have to try and figure out a lesson to teach them with a fun craft or activity. Everything is provided for you. There's guides and things that if you don't even know what to say, there's guides so that you know what to say and so that you don't feel overwhelmed. You don't have to be a Bible scholar to help out in the GAC.
Great, great. And again, many of us are here today because of Sunday school teachers. And now it's our turn.